everybody! Welcome to the 117th edition of John News. I'm John Wortman. With me today is Holly Riddle, an expert on people with disabilities. Hi Holly, welcome to John News.
Hey there, John. Thanks so much for having me.
What makes you an expert?
I spent 41 years in the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. And with me today is my friend and colleague, Chris Hendricks from the North Carolina Council on Developmental Disabilities. Chris?
Thanks, Holly, and thanks, John, for having me. My disability is cerebral palsy.
So, Chris, I know that one big question is whether the environment should adapt to the people or the people should adapt to the environment. What are your thoughts on this?
I personally believe that it should go both ways. I think that people should adapt to the environment in order to help demonstrate their own value, but at the same time, I think that persons with disabilities have quite a few mountains to climb, and those mountains are really big and really long and really tiring. So at the same time, our able-bodied counterparts should be able to observe with empathy and create opportunities where we can come together.
What do you have to say about that, Holly?
Well, I think Chris hit the nail on the head. So we also need the government to change laws and rules and policies. We have in place, for example, the Americans with Disabilities Act that prevents discrimination against people with disabilities. We have the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, and we have this incredibly important Supreme Court case called Olmstead versus LC. In that case, the United States Supreme Court said, if you are a person with a disability and you're living in an institution, you have got a legal right to choose to move out of that institution and get the services and supports that you need in the community.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell my viewers?
Now is the time for persons with disabilities to step into the light. As no matter what direction they choose, we just want to make sure that they choose that direction. Choice is a really, really powerful way that persons with disabilities can demonstrate their value.
How about you, Holly?
We are not a whole community until everybody has a seat at the table. Thanks a bunch for having us, John.
You're welcome. I've always tried to use John News to teach people about diversity and inclusion, and this was very informative. Thanks for being on John News. Chris, you want to play us out? And that's the good news. Until next time, this is John Wortman signing off from John News. So long, everybody. Bye.